Hare Krishna, a very warm welcome from Sri Krishna Stories, spiritual vitamins for a healthy soul. Today's story is Madman, everyone is bringing something. Did you bring these rotten flowers to Jagannath? The gods. Simple story to explain this. Let's get into the story. At 10th century AD, the Orissa state was ruled by King Udyot Kesari. Rishikulya is the holy river which flows in Orissa. On its shores is a beautiful village called Sahapur, where a devotee Manohar Das lived. Manohar Das, who had left Sahapur one day as a herdsman to visit Jagannath in Puri, had been walking towards Puri for several days despite the day, night and rain. Manohar Das, who was walking like this one day, saw a beautiful pond by the roadside. In it he saw a very rare 100-petalled lotus flowers floating. I have never seen so many beautiful lotus flowers. How beautiful it would be if these flowers were offered to Lord Jagannath. Without a thought that flowers will shrink and lose its freshness as hours go, he got down into the pond and plucked all the lotus flowers, packed it in a towel he was wearing on the head. He then continued walking towards Puri. Manohar Das reached Puri on the month of January. He stayed at the Bhakta monastery near the Bharbadwaram on the east side of the Puri temple. Although he had walked hundreds of miles, his mind was in a state of ecstasy. The reason is that he is going to offer the lotus flowers that he plucked himself from the pond to Lord Jagannath. No other thought arose in his mind. After sleeping at night, he got up early in the morning and took a bath in the temple pool, got dressed up and went inside the temple to visit Jagannath. He looked like a stranger and the gods of the temple intercepted him and asked, "What are you going to offer? What's tied in the piece of cloth and taking inside?" asked the gods. He immediately spread out the piece to show all. Alas, all the lotus flowers inside it had withered and rotten away as it was too late. The color of the lotus had faded to a different shade. "Madman, everyone is bringing something. Did you bring these rotten flowers to Jagannath?" They pushed him down, beaten him with a stick and tied him up. The devotee Manohar Das was severely injured and traumatized. He fell unconscious in few minutes. By then, the matter had reached the Bhakta monastery. On hearing that, a pilgrim who had gone to the temple heard the news that a devotee had been attacked by the gods and had fallen inside. The monastery staff rushed to the temple, picked up Manohar Das and gave him first aid and put him to the bed on its monastery. Puri King Gajapati was lying on the couch in the palace. Jagannath, who suddenly appeared in his dream, said, "My servant Manohar Das has been denied entry into the temple. He was beaten and kept in the Bhakta monastery. Arrange for him to bring him to the shrine with all due respect and let me wear the flowers he has brought," commanded Jagannath and disappeared. Gajapati woke up startled and immediately called his prince Bhavadeva and told him the details of what Jagannath had ordered in the dream. He too immediately rushed to the Bhakta monastery, apologizing for what had happened to Manohar Das, and rushed to the headquarters with Manohar Das and the flowers he had brought with him in a bundle. Manohar Das was brought with royal honors into the same temple where he was denied permission to enter. Whoever attacked, they greeted him with open arms. Manohar Das did not understand that everything that happened was a dream come true. Tears welled up in his eyes. To stand there before Lord, the bundle brought by Manohar Das was unpacked and the flowers were dumped before Jagannath. What a surprise! The withered and rotten flowers looked as fresh as the fresh flowers, with beautiful fragrance all of lotus petals all around the place. Jagannath accepted it and gave a glorious darshan with Subhadra Devi and his other incarnation Balarama. Thank you for listening to the story. Sarvam Shri Krishnarpanam.